What's up, guys? I thought I'd do a video because it's been a long ass time since I did the last video. I finally got a transmission. I picked up a Mint H23 trans. I put it in the car. Works fine. After taking this trans apart again for like the 5th time, I realized that the gears are a little bit of a different height. So that's what was throwing everything off. By the time you get to the end of it, with all the gears on it, you're off like half an inch, so none of the gears were lining up, so that's probably why I kept popping out of gear. I got another trans for free, but it was ran out of oil. So I thought maybe I could take two and make one. But unfortunately, it got so hot that the gear set actually melted to the shaft, and I couldn't get it off, so I gave up. And then I saw a really good deal. This dude wanted like $180 for an H23 trans, and I got it for like $150. And it's mint. Oh, god damn it. And it's mint, so yeah. The car's pretty much back together. I made the sunroof delete thing last night. Kinda hack, but whatever. It looks good on the inside though. I might like silicone it in, but I don't think this car is gonna see much rain, so whatever. It sits in the garage most of the time. I don't know if I mentioned I got these 13s for the back. I'm gonna run them like skinnies. I painted them again, so now they're nice and silver. Look pretty damn fresh. I raised the coilovers up in the front a little bit. So now I got a little bit of wheel gap, but not too much. Helps with the axle angles and all the other bullshit. And my oil pan being so close to the ground, but yeah. I cleaned it up a little bit in the inside. I got my ECU mounted and tucked up where the glove box used to go. Cleaned up some of the wiring, put the panel back in. Took the door panels off, sold them. Somebody needed them, so a friend of mine, so I just gave them to him. I'm thinking about making like sheet panel door panels for it. I need to go to the junkyard and find some manual crank windows so I can delete all the electronics and shit in the door. Supposedly you can use manual like regulators and stuff. It already has a hole for it, so it should all bolt right in. But for some reason new, they cost more than the electric ones, which I don't understand. So I'm gonna go to the junkyard and find some. I got some leftover sheet metal because I messed up on the first cut. I measured it wrong. It was like a good 6 inches, or like a 5 inches too short. So I got some extra like sheet metal. I'm thinking about taking 2 of them and put them on the front bumper and making it more aerodynamic. Make my own drag bumper or whatever. But yeah, it's pretty much all together now at this point. I ran into one issue when I got the chip. Jesus, focus. There it goes. When I had the chip ECU, I told the guy to turn off the auto air control valve because I deleted it on the base map. And then after I put it in, it kept hitting fuel cut really bad. Like it wouldn't go over like certain RPM unless you floored it, and it was fine. So after like days of messing around with it, I finally came to the conclusion that even if you delete the sensor, it still has to be plugged in. It doesn't have to be on the intake, it just needs to be plugged in. So fix that problem. The base map is pretty damn spot on. This thing runs really good. The only issue, I forgot to tell him to turn off the VTEC pressure switch because I thought I could just ground the two together and we'll be good to go. It kind of works, but then once in a while the computer will check and see if there's oil pressure, and I guess it thinks it has oil pressure all the time, which is probably under enough oil pressure for VTEC. So I guess at idle it shouldn't be showing pressure. So it throws a check engine light, so you get like a good 3 pulls out of it, and then it hits fuel cut and the VTEC cuts off. So I need to redo the base map. I'm waiting on, I ordered the chip burner so I can start doing it myself, so I can do my own tunes. I ordered it a couple days ago. I also ordered a velocity stack because I'm gonna cut this horrible headlight and put a velocity stack here and then run the intake through it straight to the throttle body. I'm thinking like a 3-inch pipe for track use. Because I got a set of headlights for it that are OEM. They were pretty yellow. I sanded them down, clear coated them. I could have done a better job. They really need to be polished. But I mean, for what they look like, it'll work. I'll probably put those on when I get it registered. I still haven't registered this thing yet, so. But yeah, so I took some GoPro footage of me doing some pulls in it on its first like maiden voyage. I drove to the gas station and hit the back road, did some pulls in it. But yeah, it's running pretty damn good. I'm trying to get it ready for there's an import shootout on the 20th at Summer Duck. I'm gonna try to make it. That's why I made the roof thing. Still need to get a battery tie down. I made a mistake when I got rid of the door panels. I kept the switch because, you know, so I can roll my windows back up. I forgot that you need to have both of them plugged in or it won't roll up. So I'm just gonna use the power probe and roll them up. I was trying to source some slicks for the track, but I don't know. Really can't afford new ones right now, so I've been trying to find some used ones. Nobody wants to contact me back on it. So I got these clapped out Dunlops on it, but they hook pretty good on the street, so I don't know, we'll see. CRX. Still driving it. Sometimes I daily it for like a week, and it's been doing pretty good. It's been getting pretty hot, so I've been driving the Integra around because that's the only car I have with AC in it. So, but yeah, the sunroof thing came out pretty good. This is basically just a piece of sheet metal from the Home Depot. I guess it's for like ductwork or something. But I mean, it's not that flimsy. It's not as flimsy as I thought it was gonna be. Because it felt really thin, but once you get it like riveted to the roof, it's not too bad. I mean, it's starting to come up a little bit though. I guess I should have started riveting it on the outside so it doesn't do that, but whatever. It's good enough. I was gonna paint it, but I don't know. It's too late now. I already put it on. But yeah. But other than that, I mean, it's coming together. I mean, it's been like a year now that I've been messing around with this stupid car, off and on. I'm kind of excited to take it and see what it does in the 8th mile. To me, it feels like it's gonna be like a high 8-second car in the 8th, but I don't know. I guess it all depends how 60 foots. I might set the rear up a little higher, make it a little stiffer, and try to get as much weight as I can on the front. But honestly, if the car didn't shake so bad with the balance shafts delete and the the solid motor mounts, it almost drives like a stock car. Like just driving around is actually really smooth and really torquey, so it's kind of funny. But yeah, if it wasn't so loud in the inside and drony, it wouldn't be that bad. I went ahead and put my my muffler, my park can muffler back on, because I didn't like how the that rust ass muffler looked on it. It actually doesn't sound that bad, considering it's like some janky eBay exhaust. Let's see if it starts. It's been sitting for a couple days. Oh, where's the key? So as you can see, it starts right up. On the roof. But yeah, doesn't sound that bad. Pretty quiet still, which is kind of weird. But even with no auto control valve, it just sits here. Once it warms up a little bit, it just runs. And that was a cold start. Honestly, it's not that bad driving around like I thought it would be. I thought it would like cut off and shit, the lights and stuff, but it actually kind of keeps running. But yeah, So no check engine light anymore. I went ahead and wired up the intake air temperature. I had to extend the wires because it's on the side of the manifold, unlike a Civic where it would be in the intake pipe. I gave it to a friend of mine. He needed it for his Civic, and so I didn't really have to do that because I could just left the stock Civic one, but he needed it, and so I just wired it in, extended it. I still need to tape it up and run it a little bit better than that. I still need to clean up some of the wiring, and the fuel lines and stuff, and get it ready for the track. But it should pass tech. I mean, so. Alright, well, that's the update. I'm gonna go ahead and put at the end of this video the pulls, and hopefully I'm gonna get some pulls at the track. I'm bringing the GoPro. I'm gonna hook it up. I'm probably gonna trailer the car there. I'm gonna pull it behind the Nissan. It's only like 10-20 minutes away from the house, so which is luck. I mean, it's pretty lucky I'm like that close. It's on a Sunday, so I'm gonna tow the car there just in case. Because I want to go like full sent. I want to be able to send it and not worry about breaking an axle and trying to get it home. I don't think it will break an axle, but you never know. That's the one thing I think will fail is the axles on this thing. Just because I'm running like stock axles and they're not really meant to be in this car. So yeah. Also, I've been toying with the idea of taking my H22 head and either putting it on this motor and making a G23 with K pistons, or if everybody remembers, I have this F20b that supposedly just needs a crank. I was about to scrap it, honestly. I was going to take some shit off of it and just sell it to somebody or scrap it, because I was thinking, where the hell am I going to find a crank for an F20b? I didn't realize that the H22 shares the same crank. It's just a different stroke. The bearings, the journal sizes are the same. So if I put the H22 in there with the rods, but use these pistons are still good, it'll be a 2.2 stroker motor. So I might do that and then put the H22 head on this one, and build like a stroker high compression. It should be like 10-to-1 or like maybe even 11 to something. I don't remember. I have to do the math again. So I need to pull that apart and see exactly what's wrong with it and see if it is worth saving, if the sleeves are good in it and the pistons are good. Even if just the sleeves are good, I can get just new pistons, whatever, I don't care. And just throw it together and then put it in the car for next season. I'm gonna run this motor for just a year, and then over the winter I'm thinking about building another motor for it. Or just go balls out with this motor and put pistons in it, and to see how far I can push this motor. But yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. It depends on if that motor's still good or good enough to build. So that'll be the end of this. Yeah, so make sure you comment, subscribe, tell me my car's slow, whatever you want to do, I don't care. To me, it feels pretty damn quick, honestly. Especially how loud VTEC is. VTEC is very loud and very aggressive on this motor, which is very funny to me because I assumed it would be kind of like an economy type of VTEC, like a Y8. But I guess because it's such a big displacement or whatever, you really feel it. Honestly, it hits harder than the B16 in my Integra, which is kind of funny. So, but yeah, so make sure you comment, subscribe. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one.